gonna, you know what I'm saying, wipe somebody? I mean, you guys already know what it is. I mean, you see my streams, you know how I get down. I could say, you know how you like look back on people and you thought, you know, you love them like that. But me, like when I look back on a million chicks, I'm not like, oh man, like, damn, well, it was like my third. Like, nah, look at this as like the first authentic, true bliss. Like a chick I wasn't embarrassed to be with, somebody I thought was gorgeous head to toe, like the full 9, like no imperfections. But I didn't know how to handle that shit back then.
Greetings, people of Earthrealm. It is I, Shang Tsung. In my previous video, I showed undeniable proof that the Lancaster loser known as LowTierGod, real name Dale Wilson, is a 39-year-old man-child that can't accept the truth about his age and consistently lies about it. Near the end of the video, I outlined the reasons why he would want to lie about it.
He looks really good for 39. You gotta admit that. So, yeah, regardless of his mental health issues and shit like that, he does look good for 39.
And I alluded to one other reason that I didn't elaborate on. Well, it's time to elaborate. I want to mention up front that the tone of this video is going to be much more serious than my previous videos. While LowTierGod usually acts like a clown and his childish antics are typically amusing, recent events have made me realize that the topic of this video is much more serious and urgent than I originally thought. And I wanted to treat this subject with the tone that it deserves. With all that out of the way, let's get into this. The clip you just saw is from an old LTG YouTube video titled What Really Happened. This video featured LTG and his ex-girlfriend Elisa doing a mukbang and discussing some of the details of their past relationship.
Gay History Month donated $2. Does everyone pre-cum? Can I stop it? Jew. Yeah, I guess most dudes have pre-cum. I don't know if you can stop it. Thanks for the donation, Gay History Month.
For those that don't know, a mukbang is a style of video that features people eating. The word mukbang means food show in Korean. Although they were no longer a couple, his ex was well known to his fans and trolls, as she had been featured in many of his videos and live streams during the time they were together. In fact, the videos that featured her were some of the most well-known and most infamous LTG moments up to that point.
You didn't even lose.
I don't give a shit.
I said you don't lose yet. Hold on, you have an eyelash on your eye. It's gonna go in your eye and it's gonna hurt. Don't move. Oh my goodness, I'm just trying to help you. Fine, I hope your eye starts crying.
I tell you, I ever find out who you are at a tournament, I'm gonna beat the living dog shit out of you, motherfucker. I swear to God.
Dude.
You're not putting hands on no one.
Tell me that again, dude.
What you gonna do?
Tell me what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm not fucking around.
You're not putting hands on no one.
Get the fuck off my stream, dude. Seriously. I'm not playing.
I'm gonna slap you. Play your game. Relax.
Get the hell up. Don't tell me what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Dude, Jesus Christ. What a loser. Faggot donated $2. Let me see. Trump said he would encourage Russia to attack NATO allies. I said I would not protect our NATO allies. In fact, I would encourage Russia to do whatever the hell they want. Wow.
The presidents of a big country stood up and said, well, sir, if we don't pay and we're attacked by Russia, will you protect us? I said, you didn't pay? You're delinquent? He said, yes, let's say that happened. No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want. You got to pay. Of the president.
Holy shit, dude. Dude, Trump is a fucking menace. Thanks for the donation, dude.
Exactly. I was laughing at.
There's nothing you guys could say. There's nothing you guys could say. I would never tell the story. Her ass was in dead wrong for laughing at the shit.
I'm
Ain't
sorry.
funny. Be quiet. You fucking up my motherfucking match. What the fuck wrong with you, dude?
Perhaps the best known of these moments was from August 1st, 2018, when Alyssa called LTG on the phone during a live stream. But in a typical boneheaded moment, LTG neglected to mute his microphone. As if that wasn't bad enough, he also put the call on speakerphone, so his live stream audience ended up hearing their entire convo, which was captured and saved for posterity, much to LTG's chagrin. Here is an excerpt.
The fuck is your problem?
What?
The hell is your problem?
Hopefully he is banned from being president soon.
Yeah, hopefully. If Trump gets elected, I think the entire world is gonna go to shit. Thanks for that donation, Dodo.
You better show me what you prioritize.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Ain't nobody prioritizing shit. It's a goddamn couple of days at EVO.
You didn't even read what they told.
What, on Instagram? I did read about the whole Valentine's Day thing and all that. Why would you block me on Instagram? You're just acting way too extra for no fucking reason.
Because Friday is our 4th year anniversary.
I don't know why.
Can I lick your nasty unshaven asshole?
Sure, why not? Thanks for the donation, Rick Grimes.
You would do this a day before. What? What? You're fucking inconsiderate ass fucking child?
To summarize the entire call, Alyssa was distraught because LTG was going to EVO, the annual video game tournament, without her, and by going on the trip, he would also be missing their anniversary. As I said before, this clip became rather infamous, and it gave birth to the meme that LTG chose EVO over his girlfriend and their anniversary.
Dodo donated $2. Should I start taking minoxidil to prevent hair loss in the future, or wait till I start losing hair? I need my dodo feathers to stay on. I don't know if you'd want to use minoxidil to prevent hair loss. You'd probably want to take finasteride. I would talk to I would talk to like a doctor that specializes in hair loss treatment, but I'm pretty sure you'd take finasteride rather than minoxidil. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo.
Anniversary, ultimately resulting in their breakup. In fact, this incident is one of the primary things addressed in the mukbang video, and presumably it was what they were referencing in the video's title. They would claim it was not the central reason they broke up, it was but one of many reasons. This failed to stomp out the rumor, however, and even today people still say they broke up over the EVO incident. Anyhow, not long after LTG posted the video to YouTube, Alyssa would begin a new relationship with someone else. This information came from her social media posts, which were seen by both LTG's fans and trolls who had been following her from the time she was with LTG. Her new relationship, along with her social media posts about it, would become a popular topic amongst LTG's trolls, as it was clear to them LTG still had strong feelings for her, something he even admitted to in the clip at the beginning of this video. In fact, it wasn't only trolls that were talking about it. LTG's real fans were also curious, because the two were supposedly on good terms, with Alyssa even stating they were friends, so people weren't tiptoeing around it. They were eager to hear what LTG had to say about her new relationship. Well, it soon became apparent that his warm feelings about her had changed. Where before he was praising her as the only woman he thought was gorgeous from head to toe, the only woman he was proud to be seen in public with, and the only woman that he would consider marrying, now he was referring to her as just
Horace donated $2, sexy vegan chocolate. That is a very stupid exercise. I don't know why you would do this over using barbells. That's not nearly enough weight. That is also another stupid exercise. She has a nice butt. That's a stupid exercise. That exercise is fine. Yeah, she's cute for sure. Some of her training looks dumb as shit though. Thanks for the donation, Horace.
Another bitch from his past and trying to avoid discussing her entirely. He began saying things like, he doesn't believe in love anymore. Love is just a Hollywood fantasy that isn't real. He even went on a bizarre rant where he claimed men shouldn't call girls their exes because they don't deserve a title, claiming that instead of ex, they should refer to them as bitch I used to fuck with.
Okay, so first off, let me go ahead and break down why I don't consider any bitch my ex. So the reason why I would never consider any bitch that I used to fuck with an ex, because an ex, somebody you used to fuck with doesn't deserve a title, period. It's just that simple. We talked about this before. If you used to fuck with somebody, if you're a woman and you used to...
Did you see Plant-Based News video about Turkey Tom's video on you? No. I don't watch Plant-Based News.
Fuck with a nigga, that's not your ex-boyfriend. That's a nigga that you used to fuck with. If you're a man and you used to fuck a woman that you were in a quote-unquote relationship with, that's not your ex-girlfriend. That's a bitch that you used to fuck with. It's just that simple. Why give people titles that are not in your life anymore? Period.
This guy is a massive
Ignoring
chip
how
on his shoulder.
ridiculous and inefficient this was, and ignoring the fact that this is still a title, it was clear he was not handling her new relationship well, and was quite bitter about it. Over time, he also took to insulting her new boyfriend. This led to a back-and-forth situation. Alyssa wasn't talking about LTG or trying to upset him. She was just posting things about her life and her relationship to social media the same as millions of other people do every day. But those things would make their way back to LTG, who would respond in his usual hostile and insulting ways. And it became clear that the things he was saying were making their way back to her as well. During this period when LTG was insulting them, one of the things he said about her new boyfriend was that he was old. Eventually, the drama got to a point where Alyssa and her new boyfriend addressed the situation live on Instagram, directly responding to LTG's comment about her boyfriend's age. This is when things started getting interesting.
You can't keep talking.
He keeps calling you old ass dude. You guys are the same age. You guys are the same age.
Bro,
I want to implant my seed into Brett's cervix.
Well, good luck with that. Thanks for that donation, Maple.
In the clip, Alyssa dropped the info that LTG and her new boyfriend were the same age, and only a few months apart in terms of their birth dates. While she didn't come right out and say exactly what his age was, she had dropped a major hint, and as far as I'm aware, this was the first time any reliable insider info regarding his age had leaked out. As I discussed in my previous video, LTG has always been weird and evasive regarding his birthday and age, so when she made this comment, it definitely got people's attention. It didn't take long before people went online and figured out how old her boyfriend was, and one enterprising young troll named Trevor Belmont compiled all the evidence into a video that would show how old LTG should be. Despite all this, Dale would continue lying about his age, even bringing up Alyssa's comment when speaking to the political streamer Destiny in 2022, claiming it wasn't true, and effectively accusing her of lying.
What, do you mind me asking how old are you? Or I don't know if you're probably that you don't have to say.
Well, everybody thinks I'm 40 because I had an ex-girlfriend that tried to say I was a particular age, but that's not true. Regardless of what people think, that's not true. If I tell you personally, then everybody's gonna, I want to keep some things mystique. How about I just DM you?
Yeah, oh no, you know what? You don't even have to tell me. I was just curious.
But if everybody thinks I'm 40, then hey, we'll just say, fuck it, I'm 40.
Sure, gotcha. The only reason I asked him.
Just as a quick side note, his continued lies and denial about his age is the main reason why I made my previous video. For all the people that ever doubted her, or believed him when he said she was lying, I figured, why not just show something official that couldn't be denied? But silly me. Of course, some idiots still deny it. That just goes to show you that some people are so brainwashed that nothing will ever convince them. Even when the proof is right there staring them in the face, they'll still invent some reason why they won't believe it. Anyway, along with the info about LTG's age, Alyssa would soon make another post on social media that would end up reframing almost everything people knew about them and casting LTG into a completely new light. It was a birthday post that mentioned how old she was, and if you took that info along with their anniversary date from the mukbang video, you could figure out how old they were when they got together. Credit to Simp Felon, who put all the evidence together and realized that based on their anniversary date, LTG would have been 29, and she would have been only 17 years old when they started their relationship. This is where the claims that LTG groomed a 17-year-old originate from, but we've only scratched the surface. Here's where...
So, in most states, the legal age of consent is 16 or 17. It's only a few states like Florida where it's 18. So, you know, calling somebody a groomer because they dated a 17-year-old when they're 29, I think that's a step too far.
Things get strange. If we go back to the mukbang video, there's a part where Alyssa was very careful to state that the day that they call their anniversary wasn't their actual anniversary. It was the day they met.
The time is coming around and it was the day we met. It wasn't our anniversary, it was the day we met. Every time that day comes around, we kind of like do something a little bit special.
Of course, she neglected to mention that he was 29, and she was only 17 years old at the time. Or did she? Did you notice anything about that clip? You probably won't if it's your first time seeing the video, and I suspect even people that have seen it before probably won't catch it, so look again.
It wasn't our anniversary, it was the day we met. Every time that day comes around, I kind of...
Did you notice the edit? There's a jump cut, right after she says the day we met. And it's not from me, it was in the original video. Okay, so what? It's an edit. Who cares? Well, let me explain. If you haven't seen the entire mukbang video before, it is about 25 minutes long. And it's basically an unedited vlog style, push record and take whatever you get type of video. Aside from some text at the very end that explains the camera battery died, it's just a long single take for 25 minutes, with the exception of 2 edits. 2 edits in a 25-minute video. They're virtually unnoticeable unless you are looking for them. So, why is this a big deal? Because I am 99.9% certain that edit was not there the first time the video was released. In fact, I have a very clear memory of Alyssa stating in this video that she was only 17 when they met. Now, the first time I saw it, I didn't know anything about how old they were or when they got together. But even without knowing any of that, the comment about her age stood out to me because she was so young, even younger than I thought she was. Now, much later, and knowing how old he was and how large of an age gap there was between them, imagine my surprise when I track down the video and go to the exact part where I remember it being. But instead of seeing that, I see an edit. My first reaction upon seeing this was to doubt myself. I had been trying.
Jerkmate Donate Tellers, what would you rate the movie Gladiator on a scale of 10? It's been so long since I've seen that movie. I remember I liked it. Just off of memory, probably like maybe a 7.5. Thanks for that donation, Jerkmate.
Trying to find the clip for a while, and I thought, well, I must have remembered it wrong. But then how is there an edit in the exact spot where I remember the comment being? That can't just be a coincidence, right? Again, there are only 2 edits in the entire 25-minute video, and the other is towards the very end. If that edit hadn't been there, then I would have just forgot about it and moved on. But obviously there was something there, and it's something he didn't want in the video. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any edit there at all. So what happened to the original clip? I think that LTG realized her comment wasn't a good look, or that it might end up being a problem for his career at some point. There were a lot of Me Too accusations and people getting canceled at the time, so my guess is he went into YouTube Studio, which allows content creators to edit a video that is already live on the platform. And now, instead of the part I remember, there's a tiny edit that few, if any, would ever notice. Of course, it's not any huge revelation that she was 17 when they met. The aforementioned simp felon had already figured that out in his video, so if that's the case, why is it a big deal if she also said it and he edited it out? The answer is because it shows he's trying to hide something, and that shows consciousness of guilt. This is a term that you might hear in court or in a legal context, and it means something that shows a suspect.
He's in California, right? Legal age of consent, California. Oh, that's probably why. So apparently, age of consent in California is 18. So if he's in Cali, that would be illegal if he was dating a 17-year-old. So that's probably why he did that, and edited that out. 21st Savage Donate Tellers, link wasn't broken, you just don't want to show it. It was broken. This is what I get when I click the link, so it's broken. And there's the other link that's broken. Nothing pops up for me. Thanks for the donation, though, 21st Savage.
Knows they are guilty. For example, destroying evidence.
Dodo donated $2. This is an amazing story if you have the patience for it later. Some of the details on how the lead workers maybe can be skipped because you probably won't understand, or just watch it and try to understand.
LEDs don't get their color from their plastic covers.
I think I saw that video a long time. Oh no, this is 2 days ago. I saw a video about LEDs and why it was so hard to create blue LEDs a while ago. Yeah, maybe we can watch that later. Thanks for that donation, Dodo.
Or leaving the country right after a crime was committed. Sometimes when the authorities have a suspect but they aren't sure about them, They will monitor them to see if they do anything that shows consciousness of guilt. Because if they're behaving like they're guilty or like they have something to hide, it's usually because they are guilty and they do have something to hide. On a related note, now seems like a good time to remind everyone just how much he lies about his age. Now, as I mentioned, there was one other edit in the video. Here it is.
Like, you guys think you guys hate him? The people who hate him? Y'all think you hate him? Ooh, that is nothing compared to how I felt.
Yeah.
I wanted to destroy this man.
Yeah.
But
almost did too, but
when? Please. And how he would tell me, like, on stream, how people would be like, he's all that, shut the up.
Well, that's interesting. So she wanted to destroy him. Then he says, you almost did too. And after making some kookily faces at the camera, there's a cut. Again, this isn't a heavily edited video. Clearly, LTG doesn't want whatever they said in those 2 moments to be known to the public. However, unlike the first edit, I have no recollection of this part of the video, and whether this edit was always there, or if it was added later. So, let's talk about this. First, just to get it out of the way, the age of consent in California is 18, and there aren't any Romeo and Juliet laws, which even if there were, they wouldn't apply because Romeo and Juliet laws only cover people a few years apart in age, not 12 years apart. But does this even matter? In the clip that I remember, Alyssa only said that she was 17 when they met.
Thoughts on Tucker Carlson interview with Vladimir Putin? It's stupid. Vladimir Putin's just a crazy whack job.
She didn't say they were dating or in a relationship when she was 17. But then why do they use the date they met as the date of their anniversary? That's not what people usually do. To be fair, anniversaries don't have to be exact, and some people aren't always sure when to say a relationship officially started. Sometimes relationships just evolve over time, and a couple may choose a date to celebrate as their anniversary, even though they're unsure of when it truly was. But even when that happens, the date isn't going to be arbitrary. It's going to be relatively accurate. They're not just going to pick a random date. They will have an idea of approximately when it was, so it will be a reasonable guess within a range of maybe a week or 2 max. The only time I've known someone to use the day they met as the day of their anniversary is when both happened on the same date. If the relationship doesn't start until later on, who is even going to remember what day you met? So that's a little strange, but it gets even stranger. As I showed before, this info about how their anniversary wasn't really their anniversary comes from the mukbang video, and it takes place right around the same time that I remember her saying she was 17 when they met. In fact, my recollection is that it was part of the same comment. She said something like, "It's not really our anniversary, it was the day we met, because we actually met when I was still 17, which hinted at the idea that they couldn't be together then because she was still too young. At least, that was how I took it. Does that really make sense, though? I thought it did at first. It seems like it provides some explanation for why they'd use the date they met as their anniversary. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought it doesn't make any sense at all. Why not just use the date when they did get together as their anniversary? Is that really so hard or confusing? If they waited until she was legal age to officially start their relationship or start dating, then their anniversary would have been on her birthday. Kinda easy to remember that date, isn't it? You're not gonna forget that your anniversary was the same day she turned 18 if you couldn't be together before that. Although technically an adult can date a minor as long as they're not having sex, because statutory laws only pertain to sexual consent, they don't cover dating or relationships. I realize how gross that sounds, and I take no pleasure in saying it. The thing is, I don't think most people know that. I didn't know it myself until I started research for this video.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. I didn't know that either.
I think most people are probably like I was, and think it's illegal just to date a minor. The thing that is really strange about all this is how many times she mentions that their anniversary wasn't really their anniversary in that video. And bear in mind, this all happens within the span of 1 minute.
It was the day we met. It wasn't our anniversary, it was the day we met. Every time that day comes around, we kind of do something a little bit special. And so it's not our anniversary because we weren't even together, but it was just the day we met. And so I kept asking him, I was like, when are you leaving? He was like, oh, I don't know yet, blah, blah, blah. And so
How's the Hamza video coming along? I haven't started working on it yet. I'll make it in the next few days.
And mind you, me and somebody like always look at anniversaries unless they're married. It's something that was slightly corny, but that's just me, you know? So while she probably took it seriously, I can honestly admit and say, like, I didn't take it as a serious thing, because I was just like, well, why do a million anniversaries and then you just end up with the person? So that was my outlook on it. I was just like, more like we start anniversaries once for a year.
Anyways, it wasn't our anniversary, it was the day we met.
Now tell me, does that not seem weird to you? Why is this detail so important that it needs to be stated again and again and again in the span of a minute? To me, it comes across as a concocted story, and it seems like she is trying to cover for him. Repetition is a well-known sign that someone is lying, and in a context like this, it looks like the person is trying to convince both their audience and themselves of the lie. It's like the old saying about how it's not a lie if you believe it. They know it's not true, but they're trying to break through their own psychological barrier and believe the lie through repetition. There's even a name for this phenomenon.
About to fight a big zombie in hospital basement and I only got 2 bullets. What should I do? There should be ammo scattered around the hospital, so just look for the ammo and just shoot the zombie.
The illusory truth effect. And why wouldn't she lie for him? They were on good terms at the time the video was made, and she is probably smart enough to know that it wouldn't look good for someone his age to have dated a 17-year-old, especially not someone who's a pseudo-public figure. He may have even told her that when they talk about their relationship on stream, they need to say they didn't start dating until she was 18, because it's the type of thing that could hurt him and his career. For all we know, this is a shared lie that served as their official story. The story they told everyone else in their personal lives for the sake of keeping up appearances. I doubt her friends or family would have been keen on her dating an almost 30-year-old when she was still 17, so she might have her own motivation to lie about it herself. I don't know. But this just sticks out to me like a sore thumb, and I can't help but feel it's a sign of deception. In fairness, she would have been close to turning 18 when they met. Again, assuming what they say is true, then it would have been about 3.5 months until she was legal from when they met. But that logic could just as easily go the other way, as in, well, it's only a few months until her birthday, she's practically 18 now. Do we really need to wait for some arbitrary date?
Say hi to Lamar Thompson, he's live right now.
Is she really going to mature that much in 3.5 months where it's not okay now, but it will be okay then? Seems kind of pointless to wait, doesn't it?
They said she's 16? It don't matter. You know, we'll edit it accordingly. I'll edit it accordingly. Yeah, she don't look 16, bro. And plus, No Jumper posted her. So we have something here. I want to show the glute game. I want to see what the glute game looks like.
To state the obvious, I think the fact that he would pursue a relationship with someone that young when he was about to turn 30 is both creepy and inappropriate, and a strong sign that he lacks an understanding of what age-appropriate behavior is. They are 12 years apart in age, and she would have just graduated high school while he was about to turn 30. Even though they were both attending college at the same time, they should have been at very different places in their lives, and I could never fathom dating someone that young at 29. Going by the traditional formula of taking half your age and adding 7, his low end for appropriate dating would have been 22, and she was 4 years younger than that. The fact that he wasn't instantly bothered by it is creepy enough. But how the hell could you be in a long-term relationship with someone that young? This wasn't just a one-night stand or a booty call relationship. How can you relate to someone that's 12 years younger than you and literally fresh out of high school? That just shows a severe lack of development and immaturity on his part. And if my research is correct...
Well, yeah, I'd agree with that. Dudes who date women who are in their teens usually are either creepy kind of groomer dudes or they have stunted development, generally, and they're immature.
He is actually closer to her mother's age. Of course, extreme immaturity is basically LTG's claim to fame, so dating a woman that's almost half his age is perfectly in line with what we know of him as a person. LTG is a lolcow, and one of the defining characteristics of lolcows is a total lack of self-awareness and maturity, although LTG may set the record as the lolcow that's oldest in age, but youngest in terms of maturity. For years we have seen him act like an absolute man-child on stream, primarily when it comes to video games, which is itself a relatively immature and childish hobby. I'm not saying an older person can't play or enjoy video games, they absolutely can, but most see them for what they are, something that's supposed to be fun. They're not supposed to get you upset or make you lose your temper. Even people much younger than LTG understand this and can play games without having a literal breakdown when they lose. but somehow LTG is unable to do this, even now that he's on the threshold of turning 40. Video games are still very important to who he is as a person, and he takes them very seriously, despite his claims to the contrary. LTG predominantly plays competitive games, games where there's a clear winner and a clear loser, and much like a typical child, he is usually fine as long as he's winning. It's when he loses that he shows a severe lack of maturity and self-control. And being at best an average talent, losses occur quite frequently. He is the textbook definition of a sore loser, without any hint of good sportsmanship or etiquette, and he treats what should be a fun way to pass the time like it's a matter of life and death.
How much for a new Islam Exposed vid? I don't know, man. I might make a new updated video on Islam. I might.
Acting like it has some tangible impact on his life. What's even more amusing is how he will constantly project onto others and criticize them for taking a game too seriously, when he's the 39-year-old adult ranting and raging every time he loses. He even takes it a step farther and claims he doesn't take games seriously, and then postures like he's so above it and so aloof, like video games are childish things that are so beneath him. But his cheap talk is betrayed by his actions, which plainly show that he's the one taking it too seriously. He is stuck in this bizarre performance where he is clearly upset and frustrated, yet he keeps insisting that he's not, both to save face with his audience and to cope with his own shortcomings and feelings of insecurity. A big problem appears to be the gap between how talented he sees himself compared to how talented he actually is, and when the two conflicting ideas collide, he suffers from extreme cognitive dissonance, which you can actually see happening in real time. Apparently, he can't accept or admit that he just isn't very good at video games, which again is pretty damn funny considering how much he claims he doesn't take them seriously or care about them. If you don't take them seriously, then why is it so hard to just admit you're not that good, and that's why you lost? We have heard endless excuses for why a loss wasn't his fault, and countless rationalizations to explain how he's still the better player, despite losing. We've heard all these excuses over the years and more, all except for the most obvious excuse, that he just isn't that good. It would be one thing if he were a professional gamer, competing at the top levels and earning money from his talents, similar to a professional athlete. You expect people like that to take games seriously, and to take losing really hard, because to them it is more than just a game. But LTG isn't a pro. He's not even a high-level competitor, and people don't watch him to witness his skills or talents in a game the way they do with most gamer streamers. In fact, it's the complete opposite. People watch him to see him lose and to see him rage like an angry toddler.
Who's your favorite orange cat? 77,777,777,777,777.
Well, favorite orange cat would have to be Maui, for sure. Thanks for the donation, Ethan, now.
To see a 39-year-old who doesn't look like a typical gamer, behaving like a crybaby that isn't getting his way. To put it another way, people watch to see an asshole that deserves to lose get exactly what's coming to them, and then not handle it well.
So, there's gonna come a point when you forget about what happened, and you're gonna want to come back at me. And you're gonna want to wash the taste of my dick out of your mouth. So what I'm...
Now, I know things like raging over video games wouldn't really seem to matter in the context of an adult man potentially grooming a minor. One thing is an amusing topic and one thing is rather serious, but I mention it to show just how stunted and immature LTG is, and I feel it's likely that the two things are correlated. When you look at it in aggregate, it's not that surprising that he would think it's appropriate to be in a relationship with someone so young. 17 years old is probably about where he is himself in terms of intelligence and maturity.
No, he is closer to, like, probably 11 or 12 when it comes to maturity.
That might even be giving him too much credit, honestly. It's also because that's the only kind of woman that would ever give him a chance. Someone too naive and inexperienced to know better. Normal women don't like immature men, not at any age, but definitely not in your 30s. They also don't like men that can't keep their composure, especially over silly crap like video games. A woman his own age would instantly see through him and know what a chronic man-child he is. but someone young and naive would lack the experience to know how a grown man is supposed to act and would be more forgiving about his juvenile behavior because that's all they know. Maybe he could find an age-appropriate woman for a hookup where they don't need to be around you much or be seen with you in public, but a relationship? Yeah, right. Just like how men sometimes have someone they booty call when they're horny, but would never bring around their friends or family, LTG is the male equivalent of that. Can you imagine a woman introducing someone like him to their family and then trying to explain what he does for a living? That he spends his evenings playing video games with teens online, screaming and raging at them all night long while trying to get them to send him donations? Or better yet, imagine a girl having to answer to their friends and family's concerns once they've gone online and seen some of the videos about him. Talk about an awkward situation. They'd probably tie her up and never let her talk to him ever again. That is, if she didn't already block his ass and tell him to delete her number. LTG is not any man or woman's idea of a suitable mate for their daughter, and I think he knows it, despite all his boastful talk about what an amazing guy he is.
I said, that's why your box was always foul. I said, your shit was foul every time we around. That was a different me though. Like me personally, if the relationship end now, I don't give two flying capital. It's like, you're at a disadvantage by not fucking with me in the first place. Like you're not gonna find another guy like me, period. You're gonna have to put an NBA player to get somebody like me.
W donate $2. Absolute favorite LowTierGod video. It's unbelievably funny video by the end, but a bit of a slow burn.
All right, so allegedly, yeah, I already checked it for TOS. There's nothing there. So allegedly, this dude is a virgin, which is cap. Let's let it play and we'll talk about it.
Hi Alien, my name's Aria Electra and I see your video. I would love to take your
Whoa,
Ooh, how do
nah,
you feel
I didn't
about
see
that?
that.
What would you do if she was gay right now? Oh my gosh, it looks like you've been practicing.
Wait, is that slobber on his tongue?
The fuck?
Bruh.
Baby Alien, what was that? You just ran off the bus.
This is for real?
Yes.
Bro, this chick is literally an abomination to women. An abomination to women all across the fucking globe. You got a chick that's this attractive, that's willing to smut herself out and bang this motherfucking Elden Ring character for 5 seconds of fame? Let's let the rest of this fucking shit play.
It should have been me, not him!
Yeah.
It's not fair!
The bus.
This is for real? Like, this is for real gonna happen?
It's so real.
Well, I told you last time we were gonna get you a girl. I wasn't lying.
I didn't think you were really like, you see it? Like,
Let me see your tongue.
Bro, why does he automatically have slobber on it? Bro, you gotta be a nasty bitch. And I'm gonna say that with a capital motherfucking B. You gotta be a nasty bitch to fuck this nigga. Like 100%. I hope any guy, she'd probably have to marry a white guy. There's no Hispanic guy, no Asian guy, no black guy that would ever wife this chick up after her serving this dude. I'm gonna describe what I seen after this shit.
Oh, there's that confidence.
Wow. Are you ready to use it today?
I mean, are you ready to take it?
Yeah. Hi Alien.
All right, now I want to explain what I seen because I checked out the video for culture. All right, I want to explain what the fuck I seen on camera. Right. First of all, I want to let you guys know I was very fucking disgusted at the sight of an Elden Ring character. I was very disgusted with this female individual who literally smutted herself out and destroyed any type of aura that she had by fucking this guy. This is the type of guy you fuck only if you just like happen to magically fall in love with. You don't fuck this nigga for OnlyFans and for clout. I don't give a fuck what style of a adult star she is. The fact that this chick fucked this guy, I don't even see, like, to me it's like she's tainted. Like literally like a biohazard after she fucked. Because that's my new shit, by the way. That's my new shit, by the way. If I see a chick doing something out of pocket that's a dumb decision, you are a biohazard to me. You're a complete biohazard. I've seen a couple of biohazards this weekend. This is one of them. Let me explain to you what I seen in the video. So they're claiming that this nigga's a virgin, right? Which is cap. Hold on. Let's go to the part where he's sticking his Elden Ring tongue out. All right. So they're claiming, I'm almost grossed out by the sight, but they're claiming that this dude is a virgin, which is cap. So I checked out the video, scanned through it so I could talk to you guys about what the monstrosity that I fucking seen on this video, the disgusted. I haven't been so disgusted. I would rather watch 2 girls, 1 cup relentlessly over and over and over again than to even imagine what I visualized with her letting this dude serve. All right. So the video starts. He pops out his, I don't even want to call it a junior because it's not even capable of it. He pops out his dick. It's literally, anybody ever seen a pack of Oscar Mayer wieners? Bro, this nigga popped out his dick, had the skinniest Oscar Mayer wiener I seen. Nigga had like a good 6-inch Oscar Mayer wiener. No width, no thickness, no roundness, no bull tip, nothing. Nigga's dick was a straight up Oscar Mayer wiener hot dog, dead ass. It was a 6-inch Oscar Mayer wiener. She was sucking it. Bitch almost basically devoured the dick, and it was almost like she was eating a hot dog. That shit looked like a straight up glizzy, bro. You gonna have to find that shit yourself. Like, she literally was fucking a glizzy. And on top of that, if you're a virgin, you're not, bro, if you're a virgin, you're not gonna sit there and just last as long as he did. This nigga lasted way too long to be a quote-unquote virgin. This Elden Ring character is definitely fucked. All you Reddit junkies, you can find it that way. Somebody sent this shit to me. I had to check it out for you guys. Bro, on top of that, no virgin is going to get on top of a chick and face fuck her with his Oscar Mayer wiener. I'm like, bro, no virgin is even thinking about that. A virgin is going to be so happy to actually be inside a pussy. Yeah, anybody that's here that can actually talk about that shit, anybody here that's seen it before, you guys can check out the video yourself. And then just the fact that this chick right here, look, she was just letting this Elden Ring character serve. I'm like, bro, who, like, you got to be a demented, jacked up, like, disgusting, just fucked up, foul, no regards to your life ass chick to smash this guy. Like, look how pretty this chick is. She looks like Hillary from fucking Fresh Prince when she was young. You got to be a real fucked up, demented individual to fuck that monstrosity, bro.
Sounds like he's just
the nigga
jealous.
was ass naked. It was almost like I was seeing like a leprechaun bang somebody. Like, this chick, literally, I'm disgusted by the sight of this chick. Like I said, she's
LowTierGod is a cat. You can see the little cat tree.
Complete fucking biohazard, bro. I'm sitting over here. I don't give a fuck if she made the back. I'm watching her literally violate herself. It's all, yeah, she damn near let an alien fuck. That's what it was looking like. It looked like a nigga came down from a spaceship, just beamed down, and she fucked a dead ass alien with an Oscar Mayer dick. The world is literally doomed. Like, the shit that I'm seeing these chicks do, like, good looking women do.
Dodo Donate Teller is my favorite Biden Sigma edits.
Americans have never, ever, ever, ever let their country down. We are America, second to none, and we own the finish line.
Everything I'm doing is just better than you.
All right.
No, you can't. Not unless you confront the cars I step on.
Running over reporters is Sigma, also cringe.
Отдать пацанам, посчитать потери. Суммы нули погибают на сцене. Снова один, прогуляюсь без тени. Заливали.
Getting wet is Sigma. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Richard donated $2. Have you ever done air guitar before? Yeah, I guess. How much would someone have to donate for you to do air guitar for a few minutes? I'm not going to do that. Thanks for the donation, Richard.
And fuck, I'm like, why? Like, it's just crazy how, like, these chicks are really operating these days. On top of that, the end of the video was the worst because she was basically just, the dude was, I guess he was about to bust. She got on her knees She couldn't even get on her knees. She had to sit on her thighs because the guy's so fucking short. So she sits on her thighs and goes up, and she's just letting this disgusting alien human being literally ejaculate down her fucking mouth. And she's just literally consuming biohazard poison in her fucking mouth from this fucking monstrosity. I've never been so fucking disgusted in my fucking life watching anything XXX until I seen this type of shit. Let's just say if I was a porn watcher, right? Which I'm not. You should stop watching it. If these girls are gonna start fucking monstrosities on camera, you literally gotta just cancel it out. I'm disgusted. I'm mortified at what I've seen. This chick had no regards for herself, and I pray to the motherfucking, excuse me, let's take those cuss words out. I pray to the creator in the future that I never, and I mean ever breed daughters. Please. Please. I do not want daughters by any fucking means necessary. Please, creator, do not give me daughters in the future. Please. Please.
I don't think this guy is ever going to have kids.
Sons only, please. And if the... it was worse than a DP scene. It's like, for a woman to stoop that low is sickening. It's literally fucking sickening. I'm not watching it again. Like, the chick grew up from being like a little girl to a young woman to a full-fledged adult to fuck this guy. Like, to fuck this nigga and destroy and mortify herself on camera. Crazy. Like I said, I want no daughters in my lineage whatsoever. Sex selection all the way. How much is sex selection? No, I would not fuck this chick. You think that I would put my BBC inside of this chick after she fucked that motherfucker?
Please take a shot and smoke a cigarette. I promise you happiness, VG. Your sadness will vanish at last. Take a shot and smoke a cigarette.
I'm not going to do that. I don't think that's going to cure my depression, but thanks for that donation, Majin Buu.
You must be out of your motherfucking mind. You must be out of your fucking mind. I don't give a fuck how much the bag was. I would not enter this woman's womb after she fucked that motherfucking monstrosity. You got me fucked all the way up. I would never fuck this chick if I had the opportunity. Ever. Saying monstrosity is not TOS. I'm allowed to say fucking monstrosity. It's sickening. It's literally fucking sickening. Fuck you gonna tell me having my opinion and saying monstrosity is TOS. You should be ashamed of your fucking self. I'm disgusted. I've never been so disgusted by any woman of the female species in my entire life. Grossed out. I've been grossed out all day. There's just some things sexually about a woman's past I cannot forgive. I cannot forgive threesomes. I cannot forgive you fucking monstrosities. I can't forgive you after you letting yourself get pounded out by ex-dookie tipper. Nigga, get the fuck out my stream with that lame ass shit. Go watch him then, bitch. Better this dick in your mouth, motherfucker. Not mine, but this nasty ass motherfucker on screen. Nigga coming in here bringing up some fucking corny ass Rainbow Six streamer. Get the fuck out of here with that lame shit. We don't play Rainbow Six in here, pussy. Go watch him. What would you do, motherfucker? Don't be asking me no questions like that, nigga. What would you do? Non-sub ass motherfucker. Possible ban evader. Matter of fact, just for you asking me that question, that's a 24-hour timeout. It tells me when you niggas be trying to ban evade. That means I banned you before you made another Twitch username just to talk in my chat. Now let me get this motherfucker off my screen, bro. Dude was lying about being a virgin. No virgin is just willingly gonna tell a chick to get on the ground and face fuck her with his Oscar Mayer wiener. And when I say Oscar Mayer wiener, nigga, I'm talking about Oscar Mayer wiener. Next time you motherfuckers go to the store, go look at a pack of Oscar Mayer wieners. That's that nigga's dick. Skinny as a motherfucker in 6 inches. There's no way she felt that cock. That shit was just something that went in and came out. So all you 5-inch niggas in here, BBC juniors in here, if your shit thick, be proud. Because you could have had the genetics of an Oscar Mayer wiener. I'm not watching it again.
Why the... Oh my god. You people send me the shittiest fucking videos. That wasn't funny. Like, there were a few chuckle moments, but that wasn't fucking funny. Holy fucking shit, dude.
Even come close in the first place. It's not...
Yeah, you know what? If a video's fucking boring to begin with, I'm just not fucking watching it. Like, oh, it gets good at the end. Holy fuck, what a retard.
Too many 6'5" attractive niggas like myself, so... Like, you're literally gonna have to get lucky to even touch this gene pool again. So any chick that I ever fuck with is always they always come with a downgrade after me in the first place, which is why most of the time they always come back, because I'm one of a kind in the first place.
These comments are like the IRL equivalent of the way he copes with video games, the way he insists he's the better player despite losing convincingly. Yeah, what a catch. A guy that is widely seen as a total clown who lives in a low-income area, with an unstable income and very limited career potential that could be taken away from him in an instant. If he slips up and says the wrong thing on stream, who doesn't have good relationships with his family or his former girlfriends, red flag, and who has endless videos of him in some of the most embarrassing moments all over the internet available for anyone to see. And this isn't even getting into his racist, homophobic, transphobic, and misogynistic comments. Yeah, I'd be thrilled if my daughter brought a guy like that home. Anyway, I think what this really boils down to is this. Is LTG a groomer, and did he groom his ex-girlfriend? First, I hope everyone understands that grooming isn't a crime or a legal term. There's no law, religious or otherwise, that says thou shalt not groom people, and the police aren't going to come arrest a guy because they had a report of them grooming someone. They might arrest someone because they did something to someone that they groomed, but in terms of the actual law that was broken, it was the thing they did to them, not that they groomed them. Grooming is just a form of manipulation. It's how people gain the trust of someone when there's a large power imbalance and a typical relationship wouldn't be seen as acceptable. But manipulation isn't illegal. It may be unethical and immoral, but not illegal. Usually when people discuss grooming, they're talking about an adult grooming a child to engage in an inappropriate relationship. While this may be the most sinister form of grooming, it's not limited to this type of situation. Even adults are at risk of being groomed, and it's important to consider this when looking at the situation between LTG and his former girlfriend. Assuming he did begin grooming her when she was 17, I don't think it just ended the day she turned 18. I think it continued after that. Even though she was legally an adult, she was still very young, and she was likely very impressionable as well. From the article, Understanding Grooming in a...
So what I think Drake is doing, right? How it's going around that he's grooming women. 100% true, King Tut. What he's doing is he's going around grooming young women or young girls that are going to evolve into women at a certain point in time in their life. Drake is a man that has had sex with numerous, maybe even thousands of women. So it has to come to a point at where it has had come to a point. This is where we're at now. Drake has got tired of fucking adult women who are ran through. Promiscuous adult women, I would like to say. Drake has fucked or fornicated, had sex, whatever you guys would like to call it, with numerous women. When does it give?
Yeah.
When you run into tarnished pennies over and over and over and over again, to the point where it intrigues you, where you groom something that's a little younger. You groom something, you coach, you develop a woman into your liking without engaging in any type of sexual contact, but sort of mentally grooming that woman who is untouched and...
He's literally fucking saying grooming's a good idea.
Untainted into the world, a non-tarnished penny. You ever just took a dirty penny and tossed it away? And then you see a shiny penny and you want to keep it and you want to save it?
Dude, this guy's insane. The Observer, thanks for the donation, dude. Really appreciate it.
That's how Drake feels about women that are tarnished. Most women that you run into are going to be tarnished pennies. It is very rare to find It is very rare to see in general a penny that is brand new. Most pennies you see are dirty, ugly, disgusting.
I think Drake actually grew up in my neighborhood. I think he's from Scarborough. Pretty sure. So, yeah, we're probably cousins or something.
See him on the floor, you kick him. It means absolutely nothing. Even if it comes making your cents into a perfect dollar, you don't want it because it's not a shiny, fresh copper penny. You're dealing with...
Dude, that is insane. He literally promoted grooming.
At one point, I showed this clip on screen, which was a subtle hint of what I was talking about. The girl in this video is a Twitch streamer that goes by the name Connie Rosie. I really don't know much about her other than that at some point around the middle of last year, she began popping into LTG's stream when she wasn't streaming herself. Since Dale is a tremendous simp, anytime there's a woman in his chat, he gives them special attention. But being a streamer that he can clout chase off of, just took it to a whole other level. So for the last few months, Connie has been a frequent member of his chat, and Dale has been constantly simping for her and letting her get away with anything when other people get banned just for laughing. Some LTG trolls actually like her, because she will occasionally talk back to Dale, and as I said, she's the only one that can get away
Dude, his legs, bro. He doesn't train his legs at all.
With it. Anyone else
Like, this guy doesn't even look like he walks upstairs.
gets banned instantly.
Holy shit.
But from what I've seen, it seems like she really likes him, and only talks back to him in a flirty, friendly way. So one day I'm just browsing YouTube as I often do, and I get recommended a video called LowTierGod Lies to Connie Rosie about his age. And since exposing Dale's lies, especially about his age, is something of a hobby of mine, of course I was curious enough to click the video. Lo and behold, imagine my shock and surprise when I see this.
He's 39.
Oh, that picture's altered? Okay.
No. I know his actual age. He's not 39. Okay. Like I said, all the rumors I've heard, like I said, me being groomed, him abusing me, all these things, we're secretly dating. He's 40 years old. I've seen everything. Like the real deal. Okay, I've seen proof. Dude is not. He's far from 40. Okay. Far from 40. The age, no, it's a rumor. Okay, I asked him myself. I'm like, oh, is it true? And he was like, no, and then he explained it to me, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I was like, well, I mean, even if you were 40, that would be pretty crazy.
Yeah, that would be pretty crazy, wouldn't it? How about it is pretty crazy? It's even more crazy that you would just take the word of a compulsive liar like that, and then help spread his lies to other people. So, where do I even begin with this? Apparently, Dale is not 39, and according to her, she's seen proof. Proof? Like a birth certificate, perhaps? Yeah, right. People are literally spamming her. At this point, I really don't know what else to say, other than, I think it's clear that this guy has a serious problem, and he is 100% a lying creep that manipulates and grooms young women. At least he tries to. I don't know how successful he is, but I think it's clear that's what his goal is. And you just heard him defend the entire concept of grooming when he was talking about Drake, so from his perspective, he's not even doing anything wrong. Sick fuck. When I said earlier that the reason he always lies about his age was because he likely groomed a 17-year-old when he was 29, that was only half the story. The other half is that he's still out there trying to groom other young, naive girls, and he doesn't want any of them knowing how old he really is. And now we have undeniable proof of it. Good thing too, because certain people are really big sticklers for things like proof and evidence.
I've seen everything. Like, the real deal. Okay, I've seen proof. Like I said, I don't take that shit lightly. You're gonna be making a video of me. You better be.
Yeah. I think that confirms it. LowTierGod is a groomer, for sure. That is, pretty whack. He, like, straight up fucking said grooming's, like, a good idea. It's fucking nuts I would say that. Let's see. DC mansion murders. LEDs. Man, I started streaming so late. I've only been streaming for 3 hours right now. Oh, dude, I think I have a mosquito bite. What the fuck? Actually, I don't know if that's a mosquito bite or a really weird pimple. It's like a thing on my calf. It's a bump. Weird. Yeah, I mean, let's just play Last of Us 2. Fuck it. I'm just gonna go take a piss and I'll grab the PS5. Yeah.
What is wrong with your black ass? You fucking monkey? Whatever the fuck your name is, Spook, Ape, Coon, Moon Cricket, Porch Monkey, Baboon, Gorilla, Black Ghost. What else does this nigga look like? Critters, Niglet, any black clown you can think of is wrong with this motherfucking monkey. This is what the fuck is wrong with niggas. Apes like this. I don't even think the KKK dislike blacks. I just think they... I don't even think it's not even on that type of time anymore. There's just places your ass ain't supposed to go, bro. I mean, why can't he come, nigga? It's a Klan meeting. You know niggas ain't allowed at Klan meetings. Why are we acting like it's racist because he can't come to a Klan meeting? I don't know. I swear you niggas will look for anything and label that shit racist. Being a KKK member ain't racist. Nah, I don't think so. They think minorities are subhuman. So I've been cool with a lot of motherfuckers with red laces, black boots that claim white power, but fuck with me.
Dude, LowTierGod is just fucking baffling. Alright. Let's play some motherfucking video games.